These are supine dumbbell chest presses here. So you can do this flat on the floor, or you can do it laying back on a foam roller like I am. The idea of doing it on a foam roller is that the foam roller allows my shoulders to stay retracted back more easily, keeping them in that good shoulder posture I want them to be in throughout the motion. If you are flat on the floor, you'll actually have to I'll show you have to kind of press your shoulder blades back into the ground, almost popping your chest up off the ground a little bit from here, and then you do your chest press from there. So you have to actively really try to hold that chest up. If you just sort of keep everything sort of relaxed back, that means your shoulders are a little bit more rounded forward than you want them to be for this. So shoulders want to be back, chest is going to be lifted out a little bit. To be on the foam roller, I'm going to sit on the edge of the foam roller, put the tailbone right on the edge there. I'm going to get the weights set before I get there. They're going to be already set there at my sides. And I'm going to lay back lengthwise so that my head can relax on the foam roller as well. And now you see that my shoulders can just retract back on their own. I still have to allow them. You don't want to, you want to use that. You have to actually let your shoulders fall back there. Then from here, make sure the weights are in a place that they're starting out close to your sides, so you can just tip them up. And with my elbows on the ground, because see how my elbows are behind my shoulders here, I don't want to be dealing with a ton of weight for too long with my elbow behind my shoulder, because then that's a bit of an impingement there. So I'm going to keep my elbows on the ground as I then just prop the weights up off the ground. And then, because that's just an easier leverage to point to here, and then I'm going to just press the weights up. Now, as soon as I press those weights up, I'm already in the exercise. So before I do that, my shoulders need to be backing down. My shoulders are backing down like I'm trying to put my shoulder blades in my back pockets. And then I'm going to press the weights straight up. And then this is now my starting position. My starting position is up top up here. Because if I just relax back down here, if this is my starting position, this is my elbows are behind my shoulders here. So I like to start up top, and then down here is going to be your most challenging point, where you're going to stop when your elbows are right about in line with your torso and about level with your shoulder there, and then press back up. So you're just going to repeat, bringing the elbow back about in line with the torso, and then back up. Now, you can try different angles to get different parts of your pec. If you don't know which angle to do, I would do the angle I'm doing here, which means I'll show you from here, my elbows are actually just off my sides at about a 45-degree angle there. Maybe even just a little bit wider, but not fully out to the side. I'm going to be about right here, and I'm pressing out, which means that my wrists are going to be at the same angle, and my forearms are going to be the same angle for my upper arms. So if I'm not all the way out the side here, I'm not all the way here, I'm at that 45-degree point right here. Notice that the weights are at a 45-degree angle or a 90-degree angle to each other, but like a 45-degree angle to my body. So when I press those weights up above my chest there, you'll see the corners of the weights touch, not the sides of the weights. The corners of the weights touch there, and then I bring them back down. So that's the angle that I like to keep as a standard there. But if you've been instructed to do otherwise, you can take them so that your elbows are all the way out to your sides, press up so the sides of the weight touch up top, and then come back down from there, back and forth. Stick to what you've been instructed for. So then from there, you are wanting to maintain control by keeping the wrists right over the elbows. So I'm not trying to let those weights come back down to my shoulders here with my elbows in another place that's sticking way out there. My wrists stay right over my elbows throughout the motion there. So whatever angle you're working at, your wrists are staying right over your elbows. And then when you've completed your set, you're then going to bring the weights back down to your sides, bring your elbows down to the ground, and let them touch as soon as they're able to. And then I'm going to simply just let the weights set down at near my sides. So I'm going to kind of put the bells on each side. If you're dealing with really heavy weights or any kind of weight, just be careful. The weight might want to tip over there. So I would say gently let the weight fall down to its side if you're able to control that nice and easy, and then you can come out of it from there. That there are your supine dumbbell chest presses.